You're good.
Oh, I wasn't live for that convo?
I did not get a chance to hit it yet until But anyways, we are laughing because of a combo that just happened. Anyways, how's it going, guys? KOT is back. It's a Friday here with my guys, Jay to my side and Steph below me, NBA Addict TV and Trillium Buckets. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I got into a little bit of an e-beef on Twitter with somebody else in the NBA community. People. Hey, listen. Over the last year, I myself have lost a lot of weight, but at some point we have to start in fat people's opinions. I'm sorry, it's just getting out of hand from what I see on Twitter. It's out of pocket. The stuff is out of pocket. I had to check a brother.
That's crazy.
Hey, brother, this is about to be an all-timer because y'all got me agreeing with Jay, and we're 2 minutes into stream. Me and Jay don't ever agree on anything, bro. We don't agree on this hoop stuff. We don't be agreeing. But y'all got me agreeing. It's about to be an all-timer, bro. And to answer your question, Garrett, I'm great, bro. I'm about to get back in these Twitter streets with the new account. So stay tuned for that. But also, second what he said, stop having opinions just because you're fat. If you ain't figured out how to get it together and then have an opinion, then I don't know what to tell you. Now, if you try to get it together and it didn't work and all that other stuff, okay, cool, fine. You at least tried. You got in that lab. I can't be mad at that. But most of y'all not even getting in the lab and working before you even see what's what. How we got people complaining about paying for 2 flight seats and you 400 pounds. Okay. You should buy 2 seats. But anyway, come on, let's go.
Wait, that's a little disclaimer. I wasn't even going there. I was talking about basketball opinions, though. KD was right. Like if you never ran full speed in your life.
That's a whole different level, like to that stuff.
My fault. But, okay, well, circling back to that, he's also right. If you ain't got your heart rate going, what you talking about? You ain't never had this thing doing this. Oh, sorry.
Hey, we got Mr. 81 in the chat. You are valid because you're under 400. Anyways, we can get on with the show. I know I had to get a little 2 cents in there. Apparently, we're key of thins today. Not just because we're missing 4 guys, but just the way we started off the show. But we'll bring it.
That was just. My bad. Continue.
No. We'll bring it back to reality. I know that was a bit of a shade here, but the main topic for the stream today, first time NBA All-Star debate. We're talking about guys who maybe could be making their first ever All-Star team. And so I'll leave the floor to you guys first, and we can just kind of go from there. Whatever guys pop up in your head, who is that first time All-Star in your guys' opinion that sticks out?
I got one for you. I got one for y'all. And this is great because it goes back to our early Key of Threes days. If you know, you know. Jamal Murray, it is your time, my friend. Not as a replacement, not as a secondary. No. You are an all-star this season. You've been that guy. You've been the true number 2 that Jokic needs night in, night out. And if you continue this even after, I genuinely think y'all might be a true threat to OKC. As good as OKC is, as high as I have them, that is a team with a Jamal Murray playing like that. They could do some things, and I'm just happy to see it. You're never wrong. You're just early, and that's where I was with Jamal Murray.
I like that. You're never wrong. You're just early. I feel that. I felt that one, Steph. Ew, that touched me. All right, so my first time All-Star, we're going to start off high. It's Friday, man. It's Friday. Let's start off high. It got to be Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And I don't think a lot of people are discussing this, but him and Jalen Johnson are one of the best 1-2 punches we have in the NBA, especially, 25-plus games in. Nickeil is averaging 20 points, 47% from the field, 39% from 3, as well as a steal a game. And in my opinion, that style of play, I know we constantly bring up the Trae Young, are the Hawks better without Trae Young conversation, but his efficiency, and him not being a defensive liability on a night-to-night basis, I can't overlook how important and impactful Nickeil Alexander has been to start the year. And I think he deserves at least some all-star record. May not be a nod, he may not get the votes, but he should be looked at to be a potential first-time all-star.
Jay, I'm gonna just. I think you're muted, Steph.
I just had a quick question right before you went.
Okay.
Does the two-parter, I guess. Does the format take shape this year? And secondly, would Jamal Murray end up being in that international pool of 10 players? Because it's 14 Americans, 10 international, and I think Silver names like 2 more to get the 16 minimum for Americans or something like that.
Yeah, I have no idea with that because it's going to be 3 teams, and I know there is going to be at least 1 international team. And if there's usually 24 All-Stars, you'd think that'd be 8, maybe 16 if they do 2 teams of that. So, yeah, I think that could apply. Although last year they also like pretty much drafted it in that same format, and they put Donovan Mitchell on the world team because his mom was born in a different country, even though he's really an American.
Yeah, so, I hate the semantics that they're doing behind that. I'm not gonna lie, but go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna one up it, Jay, exactly what you were saying, and you even said this guy's name, who I was thinking of, Jalen Johnson. I mean, this guy's technically never been an All-Star. Currently averaging like 23, 10, and 8 for the Hawks as, in my opinion, their best player. You know, Nickeil has been great as well. You could argue maybe their second best player or third best player on the season right now, but I just feel like Jalen Johnson is doing things at an insane level. He's a great defender. You know, he's a guy that I think he still maybe has a few holes in his game in terms of like, can he be the guy you depend on late in games as like your go-to shot creator? But I think he's getting there. And you saw this really last year. I think like he was starting to take that jump. The one thing this year though, is that like his shooting has been at a whole nother level. I think he's up like 6 ticks from the free throw line. He's up to like 40% from 3. And I mean, the Hawks, I know they've kind of been like up and down, it feels like, but they are still very much within the mix of even getting as high as like that. Really, I mean, the 1 seed is not out of the picture or anything. It's not like the West, but I think that they're super duper close with like the teams that are between 3 and like 9 in the Eastern Conference, that a matter of a couple of days could change all of that. So I'm going to go, I think Jalen Johnson is definitely deserving of being an All-Star. I think he would have made it last year personally if he didn't get hurt at like the worst time. And I think now this year he's playing even better, and especially with Trae Young out. I don't see how this guy does not make the All-Star team.
I'm with you guys because I absolutely love both players, actually. Both players. Love them. Love what they brought to their teams. But I think they deserve it. Don't get me wrong. But I think it's going to be hard for them. And I only say this because, Nickeil, you have a newcomers in the All-Star game, like a Cade, like a Maxey. Shit, there's potential you can see a Scotty in there. There's, you still have Jalen Brunson. I know you're making that face, but he is on the bubble. He's not playing terrible. There's still a Brunson that's gonna get in there. Jaylen Brown. So it might be tough. Well, more so for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Shoot, now that I'm thinking about it, it might be tough for Jalen Johnson too, because you still have to consider Jalen Duren. You still got to consider Giannis, of course, that goes without question. But Jalen Duren is a guy that, to that point, he deserves an All-Star nod this year. I don't think most of us did. Even me, that someone that followed the Pistons very closely ever since they started this rebuild, I didn't see this offensive explosion and development coming from him the way we've seen it. To the point where I genuinely think he has a true, I think he might, this sounds crazy, but strictly for this season, he might have a slightly better case than Jalen, strictly because they're also winning. They're at the top of the conference.
See, I think in Jalen's case, the numbers and what he's expected to do on a night-to-night basis is just more significant than the Jalen Duren, even though Jalen Duren is expected to play incredibly well with or without K in the lineup, and he has shown to do that so far this year. But I just think the numbers will be in more favor of Jalen Johnson in that terms. But I think they're both going to make it, in my opinion.
I think the numbers. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no.
Just
I
a
was
quick,
gonna say,
quick, bro. The numbers will be there, but they're winning. So like, do you want the winning, or do you want the numbers that uphold winning, or that aren't quite upholding the winning? You know. But go ahead, Garrett. Sorry.
I think, and yeah, it is really hard, especially because I think Jalen Johnson. Yeah, I mean, the best player on the Hawks when everybody's there, people are going to look at Trae Young, but Trae Young just hasn't been there. So I feel like Jalen Johnson has more asserted himself into that like number one player role, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker has asserted himself into Jalen Johnson's role before Trae Young went out. Whereas Jalen Duren is more so like the second primary player on the Pistons. So it is a weird dynamic where it's like, how far down in the standings do you go to find a best player on a team that's worse, but he's doing like maybe the same production, maybe even a little bit more in some areas? Or do you find a guy who's still producing at a high level on the number 1 or number 2 seed in the East, a better record, maybe not producing like the same stats, but it's like you are contributing to winning. So I think that's where it is tough, but I definitely agree. I think really should like make the all-star team too. That's another one I would say. It's just Jalen Johnson came to my mind when Jay said Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
No, 100%. I was thinking the same thing, but then as soon as you said that, I'm now thinking like all the forwards and bigs, because I would say Jalen Johnson is more of a power forward. I know he can handle the ball, but I would more so look at him as a power forward, a 4. Now, if you move him to that wing, then it's a little different. Then I'm like, okay, I could see him sliding in there a lot easier because Duren's more of a true big while he's more of a tweener. And when I say tweener, not the 2-3 tweener, the 4-4-3 tweener. But history has shown us that though when it comes to grabbing multiple players on a team, they usually go with the winning team. That's the only reason I more so brought up Duren, because shit, realistically, they could have 2. The Knicks have 2. Boston, I'd say 1.
Well, before you get into that, I was just gonna say, do you want to go down the list and maybe we could just like make a list here in like our private chat on the side and like just try and pick which ones are likely to be the 12 this year, maybe.
Sure.
So like the Pistons.
Is that for first time or like all stars completely?
Why don't we just do that with like all the all stars and then we can pinpoint which ones could be first time. So like in the Eastern Conference, I think Cade and Duren definitely are the 2 that have a chance, right? I think Steph has to do something real quick, but just as making it in the All-Star game. Cade and Duren should, right? There's no one else in the Pistons. Yeah, the 100%. Knicks, Brunson should.
I think Cat has to, bro. I think Cat has to.
Really? I'm not going to lie. I don't know if he will get in this year. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't because he's played a little bit like.
I don't know.
Jalen Duren is probably going to get picked over him.
Yeah, but with Giannis being injured, we don't know when he's going to come back. Possibly. I mean, who? But outside of Duren, at the 5 position, even though it's positionless now.
I'll still put Cat in here. I'm just saying, like, I don't know if he will for sure. The Magic are interesting because
that's another first time All-Star I wanted to hit on was Desmond Bane. Franz is out. Paolo hasn't played that many games, and he hasn't played good enough to be considered one so far. Could possibly change if he balls out. But I think Desmond Bane has picked up his game to a level where he's only averaging 90 points per game on the year. But I think he's played well enough to possibly consider All-Star consideration if he continues to be the lead guard for the Orlando Magic and continue to win.
They're an interesting team, though, because it's like all 3 of them have played some. Like, Bane's actually the 3rd leading scorer on that team, but he's been more efficient than Paolo. But Franz has been a little bit more efficient than him, playmaker. So maybe I don't know. They're not getting all 3 of them, but should we put all 3 of them? Is there anyone we should just exclude totally?
I think me personally, all right, so I would put Franz over Bane because I think the Magic should only get 1, but I don't think Franz is going to make it to the All-Star game. Like, I don't think he's going to be healthy by that time.
Let's put Franz and Bane, but we won't put Paolo. Franz and Bane.
Yeah,
because he did miss some time too. The Celtics, I think just Jaylen Brown.
Personally. Yeah, just Jaylen Brown.
Derek White's not making it. We got Raptors. Ingram and Scotty probably.
They've been losing a lot though, Garrett. They've been losing a lot.
But they're still 5th. They're still 5th though in the East.
I don't know. I would have to give it. I don't know, bro. If there's one,
so hold on. So we're not we're not like fully picking the teams yet. Like we're just picking people who like have a good chance of maybe being in the running. So
all right, give it Scotty. Give it to Scotty.
But you don't think Ingram has a chance maybe to get into?
I think
I would put him. I would put them both right now. Like just to
both right now.
We're not like stopping at. We're not stopping at 12 though. That's like we're probably gonna have like 20 names here, and then we're gonna break it down.
Okay, all right. You good? That's fair.
So that's why I think that's fine. The Sixers, I think it's just Maxey, right?
Yeah, just Maxey.
The Cavs, obviously Donovan Mitchell.
Does Emo get love? Does he get love?
I would put Mobley in the running, but
I don't think he'll realistically make it, but for our list, I would put him on there only because we also put Desmond Bane. And if we're going to be fair, Evan Mobley is just as impactful, if more, than Desmond Bane.
The Miami Heat, I mean, Norman Powell is Bam.
He has to, yeah. I think, yeah, Bam.
Would you put Bam in this?
Bam, yeah. How many games does he have played on the year?
I mean, Bam's missed a couple games. He's averaging like 19 and 9.
I think
I think he'll get a shout just for notoriety, though. I don't know if he'll actually make it. I'm gonna be real.
I think he will because Miami has played really good.
Well, but they can't. Are they getting 2? I mean, see, that's something we'll have to discuss in a second. The Hawks, Jalen Johnson. So you think Nickeil Alexander-Walker so far in this bunch?
He should be in consideration because we have a Desmond Bane and Evan Mobley. I think he fits that type of in that category.
Okay. The Bucks, I think Giannis.
Just Giannis.
I mean, Ryan Rollins has been good, but he's not making the All-Star team.
I said the same thing.
The Bulls, I think it's just Josh Giddey, right?
Just Josh Giddey. Wait, so all right, we'll get to it later, but
we'll pause. What the fuck did I just come back to?
Wait.
Josh Giddey for what?
No. So we're making a list of guys who could be in the running for an All-Star. We're not picking like this.
Oh, just in the running. Okay.
Yeah.
Boy, I was about to get on y'all head.
No. Hey, dude. Honestly, okay, we'll get to that in a sec. The Hornets. Is there anybody? I feel like I think Con Kneppel's been the best player for them this year, but he's not an All-Star.
But not All-Star.
Miles Bridges. He's been blackballed by Miles Bridges.
The Nets, is Michael Porter Jr. in the running?
He has to be, bro.
No,
he has to. Wait, hold on. Question. No, listen. I know we're not there yet, but if we do consider Lauri Markkanen, we have to consider MPJ.
He is averaging like 26 a game right now, and it's been pretty efficient.
Come on.
That even though they're bad, I think he's in the running. I don't know if he'll make it, but I think he's in the running.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll make it. But we do have to. I think we have to consider him.
The only reason I don't think is where he came from. You know, we know what you could do on a winning team. So now we know for a fact this is empty stats. Like it's different. For most guys, we're like, is that empty? Is it not? No. Genuinely, most guys, it's like, is that empty stats because they're not winning? But this guy, we actually saw him winning. You know?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like we know for a fact this is empty.
I think we all agree he probably will not make it. I'm gonna put him here, and then we can break down the top 12. I think of the last two teams. No, because I'm sure we're probably all gonna take him off the list anyways. Siakam, maybe the only other guy, right? Like for the Pacers. I don't think there's any Wizards.
In consideration, yeah, but
so okay, I'm gonna just send it right here. You guys are gonna see the names. So we got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16. So we came up with 20, actually, believe it or not.
That's actually a pretty good pool.
Yeah, of these 20, who's like the first one you're like, all right, get him out of here?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry, Garrett. I think it's Giddey.
First one? I think the first one for me is Norm.
It's Nickeil. Really? As a Norm guy yourself.
Wait,
I'm looking at Nickeil, I'm looking at Mobley, and I'm looking at Bane.
Ooh, you're looking at Mobley in that list?
Yeah, right. Mobley.
Elaborate.
Dude, he has been bad this year, especially defensively, and yet people are still going to probably take him in consideration for all defensive. Scoring has been down, like efficiency has been down, and they're not winning at the same rate either. That are they really going to get 2? I mean, Donovan Mitchell's averaging 30, he's in, but is Mobley getting in? I don't know, man.
Damn, but is he bad enough to get snubbed from the All-Star list?
To be fair, he has been kind of that bad, Jay. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
kind of bad.
It's not awful, but it's also like, bro, you just had a developmental year last year, and did it come back and follow up this year with what you're bringing us? And so I hear you, Garrett. I'm not mad at that. You are a Cav guy, so you kind of judging him a little heftier, though. I will say that.
Yeah. I am a Donovan guy, but yeah, I do.
Bad.
No, you're fine. The Magic. Okay, so I think those last three are all out. I just think it's crazy you guys said Giddey is the first.
I didn't say Giddey.
No, I think Giddey. Listen, the only reason is because the 9 games, 9 wins on the year. I can't, bro. I just can't, bro.
Bro, but you said MPJ over him.
Maybe that's scoring bias. My bad. That's scoring bias. I like a bucket, bro. I like a bucket. My bad.
Okay, well, Giddey's getting them, but he's also impacting the game a lot of way. Okay, so I think Giddey is out. MPJ is out. I think Siakam would be out considering the year they're having right now.
Yeah.
I think Nickeil Alexander-Walker's out, Jay. I'm sorry.
I think he. Yeah, you're right. That's not.
They can't get 2. I think Mobley is out.
Before we get to Mobley, hold on. I think there's other names we got to cover for Mo.
Well, no. One of the Raptors, Ingram or Scotty, Steph. Who deserves to make it more?
Yeah, because both are not going to be in there. That's for sure. Personally, what's that?
You think both of them are going to be out of it?
No. I said they. No. Oh, I meant both, meaning like both of them aren't making it. That's what I mean. I don't mean one. Ignore that. Basically, put. I just said some confusing shit. No. I'm more so saying I don't think both of them are going to make it, so it's guaranteed that one of them would be first out. That's what I'm saying. But if it's me choosing and I have a vote, I'm going Brandon Ingram. I'm more so going Brandon Ingram personally because this was a situation where I was like, you got a lot of guys that are just like you. It's a lot of this, but he's actually playing pretty well, playing a slightly different role than what we're used to, but he's doing it in a sense that it is helping the Raptors. I thought the Raptors were going to be a team that kind of like, what's a team that has just Washington, an older version of Washington, where it's just a bunch of the same guys doing the same thing, but you're not winning. BI has shown me otherwise. And this is coming from someone that's heavy. Like I'm a Scotty fan. Brandon Ingram deserves it, in my opinion.
I don't think BI is gonna make it only because of the voting, because these media guys, the analytics, even the Raptors fans would say that Scotty Barnes is the most important player on the Raptors, but I would have to go Scotty Barnes as well. Like I love Brandon Ingram and the scoring punch he's provided for the Raptors, but I would have to go Scotty Barnes to make it, man.
I mean, Ingram's been their leading scorer. I mean, Scotty might do a little bit more, and he's been a little more efficient, but I think Ingram has really been their closer in a lot of the games they've won, too. That it's like, it feels like them being as high as they are is mostly because of him. That's why I would say, like, it's close. I mean, it's close. You could really go either way, but I would probably also go Ingram. Like, it's so tough when you have 2 players that are so equal, and you can probably only pick one. And I mean, Scotty is more like, it feels like more the Toronto guy because he's been there longer, but like Brandon Ingram, like he's been playing pretty well.
That's fair. I'm not mad at that. That's fair.
So it seems like for locks, we have, and you guys can stop me if we disagree on one of these. Okay. Cade, Duren, Brunson, Cat, Jaylen Brown, Maxey, Donovan Mitchell, Giannis. Are those all for sure?
Say it again, because you had it corresponded with my list, but I got lost once you got to Brunson.
Yeah, I still have it in the order, but I took some guys out. Cade, Duren, Brunson, Cat, Jaylen Brown, Maxey, Donovan Mitchell, Giannis. I'm still iffy on Cat personally, but
wait. So both no Bane, no Franz?
Yeah, I was about to say, I think either Baines or Franz is a lock.
I'm gonna be real. I mean, we could put one in, but I think it would be Franz then, because I think Baines started the year off really bad.
Like, I agree. No, I'm with you there. I just think in general, the Orlando Magic have a lock, and being that those are the 2, yeah, I think Franz would be that lock.
I'm gonna put Ingram in here too, because even though you guys seem split on that, I would probably give a slight edge to Ingram. I think they're gonna get one. So that leaves two more. It
So who
seems
do you
like
have right now?
Cade, Duren, Brunson, Cat, Franz, Jaylen Brown, Brandon Ingram, Tyrese Maxey, Donovan Mitchell, and Giannis. So I think no more Magic for sure. No more Raptors. So I think we're looking at the Heat. Is there going to be a Heat representative? I think there will be at least one. I know you said no to Norm Powell, and trust me, I would be fine with that. But I think it's just he's played too good.
Norman over Bam, Steph. Norman over Bam. You said no to Norman.
I said I said no to Norman, but now that we're like here and I'm realizing the choice is Bam or Norman, I would lean Norm. That's why I was making that face like, yeah, because if it's those two, then I just got to, because Norman's been by and far, if not their best, their second best guy behind Hero. But even still, I would give it to Norm for that nod.
Wait, hold on.
Or not Hero. I'm sorry. Over Wiggs. I don't know what the fuck I was reading.
I gotta pull up Wiggs stats. Am I tripping?
I mean, Wiggins
he's just behind Bam.
Yeah.
Like Bam's averaging like 20 and Wiggs is like 16, 17 or something like that. But
I think Bam's at like 19 now or something.
19.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought Bam was having a hell of a year, bro. Am I
well, if we're thinking Norm for this, is it out of the picture to put Jalen Johnson as the last one? Because the rest of the people we have on here of the people that we have listed is Desmond Bane, Scotty Barnes, Evan Mobley, Bam, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Giddey, MPJ, Siakam. Is Jalen Johnson more deserving than all of them, you think? Or?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. I already. So the list I have of locks so far. Oh shit! There you go.
That's the list I was like looking at.
Brunson, Cat, Fron. Okay, yeah.
Wait. Is that the full list, or does it have to be?
No, that's just the
list we just kind of came up with. And maybe like Evan Mobley could be a replacement. Maybe Bam could be a replacement, or even one of the Raptors players. But I think this is a good 12. So, and just to read it off again for anyone watching, we came up with Cade, Duren, Brunson, Cat, Franz, Jaylen Brown, Brandon Ingram, Maxey, Donovan Mitchell, Norman Powell, Jalen Johnson, and Giannis in no particular order. That's just like, well, I guess the order of the standings right now.
I'm kind of tripping on this band.
This new shit is so dumb because we have to take out Franz and Giannis because they're part of international. So now we have to find
are they going to do that though, or are they?
Yeah, no, they specifically said they presented. So I pulled it up. It said, so if there's 14 Americans and 10 international players, Silver would name 2 Americans. That's if that pool isn't reflecting the 16-8 split. 16 Americans, 8 minimum international. So the fact that we have to have 16 American, 8 international, it's like, I hate this because now you're giving people all-stars that don't deserve it, bro. Like, you're just saying here, like,
I think for the sake of this,
let's just do it normal.
Let's just do it normal.
Regular East and West, right?
Do East West, 12 each side, bro. Please.
We'll do the West now. So for the Thunder, I think SGA for sure. Chet probably in consideration.
Chet for sure.
I don't think Jalen Williams is because he's missed too many games. I mean, technically not too many games, but I just think he's missed a lot of games that he's not going to get considered.
I think if he has a good run in January, I think so. But like you said, it's an if kind of thing. So
we have him in there. I'll put his name down. I really don't think he'll get in this year just because of that. But go ahead. If he comes back to your point, Jay, and they're winning games still, I think they say, give him 3 All-Stars because it's going to be at a point where we're nearing that Warriors record, that territory. And not for nothing, they doing it from the start, from game 1. It like most of these records that we saw with the Warriors, the Heat, whatever, we saw that closer to December going into, January, February, March. These dudes did it from October 29th forward. So, like, I think that would be something that's like, okay, we're going to see 3 All-Stars out of them. And I think it'll happen. I love J-Dub. You know how I feel about him. So, Yeah, well, I mean, we'll break it down a little more. I put him in there. The Nuggets, I think, definitely Jokic and Murray.
Mhm.
It sucks that Aaron got hurt because I think he would be in this pool too, the way he was playing.
he
But
was-
I don't think he should be now because we don't really know. Like he's missed so many games. I
Facts.
think Şengün and KD. Can we agree those are definitely the two for Houston?
for sure.
Now the Lakers is interesting. Luka definitely, and I would say Austin Reeves
Austin.
definitely. Potential
Austin, you're
first-time
him. You're him, Austin.
Is LeBron worthy of it? Now, okay, maybe there's a world where they try and give him one as like because he's LeBron. In my opinion, he doesn't deserve it this year though.
No, stay at home this year, old man.
I'll be real. He don't. I'm crying. I'll be real. He does not deserve it. However, if we're gonna give fucking Dirk and D Wade that damn award,
You give it up.
Get LeBron an honorary MVP for the rest of his time. Because if we gave them, or not MVP, All Star. Because if them two got an All Star,
Okay, yeah.
No, hey, Bronco missed 1 year though. He taking somebody's spot that deserve it, bro.
but they already set the precedent for that. We saw freaking 48-year-old Dirk in an All Star jersey.
Hey,
That was
listen,
the dumbest thing. And not
gotta
to mention
reserve
they
it, though.
screwed Derrick Rose out of making it when he was top 2 in voting and deserved it.
That's what I'm saying,
But
bro. They already set
put
the
5 points
precedent.
per game Dirk.
That's what I'm
The-
saying. Like, if y'all
Yeah.
could do it for that, why can't we do it for the presumable GOAT? You know,
I mean that's a whole nother can of worms.
I
But
knew you
my,
was gonna say that when I said GOAT.
I'm not gonna put him on here. But if they
Don't.
did do an honorary thing, I think they could. That's in my opinion the only way he gets in though this year.
But
Unless he
unbiased?
gets the most
wait.
votes by the fans and they keep that captain rule, which is dumb in my opinion. I think
Wait.
that should be done rid of. Go ahead.
Wait, so if we're doing honorary All Stars, you know who should really get it then? Chris Paul.
No. Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say your guy.
No,
Yeah.
this is not his last year, Garrett. This is not his last year, bro.
Bro,
know that for
Chris
sure?
Paul.
You told
Chris Paul was so bad he got sent home, bro. He ain't no All Star.
And
You
guess
can't be an
what?
All Star. You ain't got no contract, brother.
Oh,
got-
that's crazy.
Going home next. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, to that
Fifth?
point though, before you, I know
Yeah.
I know. Would that mean Steph also would be there?
What for honorary?
Not just
just giving it
no, not honorary, just by default because he was saying that captain vote.
That's true.
So by
That's-
default,
well-
him and Bron are in that bitch, no
Wait,
matter
is he-
what.
I think he's been playing good enough to get All Star, right?
It depends how they do the voting for that this year, though, because they did always still have one East, one West captain. So now, how's it going to be with like 3 teams, and then you have, you know what I mean? Like, how's that
Yeah.
going to work? And like, is it going to be same conference? We'll get to the Warriors in a sec, though. But for the Spurs,
sure.
the Spurs are weird because I mean, Wemby's earned it, but he's also
But
missed
he
so
got
many
hurt.
games now. Like,
Yeah.
he the only one, or is Fox in the running? But Fox missed some time early too.
I will say this, watching them very early, and I got friends from San Antonio, so they talk to me crazy. If Fox can keep up what he's doing now into January, early February and stuff, he definitely has a running for it. That dude is hooping. Like, I know he's been out, but oh my God, like, you know how a lot of people were like, oh, they still have to figure it out. They still have to, coexist, get the chemistry. De'Aaron Fox got on the ground running. Like he's playing very well. I think he will keep it up because he is a vet to where he's not just gonna fall that off. So I would give him that. I'm not gonna lie.
I put him in there.
Yeah, I think D Fox deserves to be an All-Star, and Wemby too. I think they deserve too. And if we're being honest, might have to take some. Maybe that's too much glazing of the Spurs guards, but Stephen Castle. Yeah, Castle.
Yeah,
man.
no. I mean, he's been great, but they're not getting 3. That's the thing.
He put it on for the guys that got the same name as me, man. Shout out to you, bro.
He did.
Shout out to the
him.
PHON Stephans out there.
He's the best in his draft class, in my opinion, right now. So, but I think for this year All-Star, no.
Is Ricochet a bust? My bad.
No. The Timberwolves, I think Ant, and call me crazy, Julius Randle.
Yeah, I don't think they could get 2. For the pool,
I think
yes.
he's in the running. He's in the running.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
definitely in the running. I don't think he'll get picked, but I'm with you. I am with you. He's been without them, they wouldn't be at 6 right now.
He's averaging like a 3-to-1 assist to turnover ratio too. That's crazy.
Really?
That boy can play make. One thing Julius Randle can do, he can play make.
Yeah, but he was shaky with it so often. Like he was a turnover machine here and there. That's what the biggest issue is. But if he could whittle that down,
he was on the ZA. He was on the ZA, Steph. That's what messed him up, bro.
We had him in LA too long.
Now the Suns are interesting because Booker is out right now, but I still have his name here, and Dillon Brooks.
Shout to DB? Nah. Wait. Shout to Dillon Brooks.
No?
Nah.
You don't think he should be in? You don't think he should be in the running?
In the running,
bro.
Bro. There's so many good pieces on the Suns that are leading to them being a winning team as well. Even though Dillon Brooks is a major piece,
I think he's in the running. I'm gonna be real. He's averaging
you can throw him in the pool.
He's averaging very similar numbers to Booker, just without like the assists. He's averaging like 3 or 4 less assists. Other than that, everything else is pretty similar, and we know the kind of defender he is, and he's really been the heart and soul of this team. I feel like get into this team for Durant, they would be dead in the water, but I think he's really saved them in that way.
You know what, Garrett? While you are telling the truth, everything you said is right, but I'm going to introduce you to something that you probably didn't grow up too much with, and that's called a real nigga answer. And the real nigga answer is, it's just not sexy enough. We don't want to see Dillon Brooks hooping on the same court with some of our favorite superstars. We don't want to see that. We're good. And you're
I want to see it.
But you're right. He is deserving of it. But I think that's more so, at least for me, that's how I'm viewing it. It's like Dillon Brooks on the same floor as SGA, and like in terms of an all-star game, now if we talking about a chip, by all means, come on.
See Steph, I don't know. Maybe I do want to see Dillon Brooks in the All-Star game. I remember how he guarded LeBron. I think I would need to see that, study the film a little bit more. I need that thrust technique. I need to add that.
Hey.
I did put him in here though, just because I think he's worthy of the pool. Definitely.
Now worthy. I can't be mad at that. Shout out to
honestly, you might have sold me a little bit though on that, Jay. He might bring some comp to it. He might get some guys to be like, hey.
I didn't even think about that. Hold up. You might be onto something.
Yeah,
make the All-Star game fun again. Yeah,
he might.
Let's get DB in here, man. Let's get DB in here.
Then we got the Warriors. Just Curry, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Don't even try to make an argument, Jay. I know who you were thinking of.
Oh, not about to what? Draymond?
No. We'll move on.
Your guy.
The Grizzlies. I think nobody. I'm gonna be real. No Grizzlies, man.
Absolutely
this team's
no one.
washed. I know they've started winning a little bit more lately, but nobody's making it.
I love Ja, but he talking way too much. Close your mouth and go hoop, bro.
I don't think any Mavericks either. I know AD's played okay since he's come back, but he's also missed games. I just think he's simply not getting in. Like nobody getting in.
I think it's similar to what Steph said about I think you said it about De'Aaron Fox. If AD hoops all of January, we gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it because he has as of lately.
If they keep losing, like that's not gonna matter. Like, and he's not really having crazy. I think he's averaging like under 20.
I mean,
he's averaging 20 and 10 on 52. It's a down year for AD. I'll say that much,
bro. For a team like that, you got to average like at least like his Pelicans
27,
numbers.
28.
Yeah, and he's not even touching that. I mean, he's playing good still for who he is, but
did he get hurt against? Did he get hurt against OKC? No, he didn't. Oh my God, this man played a full 24 minutes and went 1 for 9 and had 2 points.
Jeez.
Shit.
Yeah, I did see that. His stats were bad.
Hey Garrett, the Mavs, they're only 5 wins away from the Phoenix Suns. If we're considering Devin Booker and Dylan Brooks,
Buddy, they're not getting it. Like,
five wins is a lot of wins, bro.
AD this year. You don't want to hear that though.
Bro, 5 games is a lot of games, family. What you mean?
Hey, listen,
Dylan Brooks has had a better year than AD this year. I'm keeping it real.
Listen, that game against the Mavericks against the Nuggets, that shit moved me, man. Anthony Davis was giving.
That was one game.
Yeah,
that was
how about
one game? And the Nuggets were missing like 4 of their players.
Now go watch the sample size of him getting worked for the past 4 or 5 seasons by that man. Trust me, man. I got it back. You want me to go open the vault for you? I got it for you.
Jay, this ain't charity, man. We're not giving him anything. Like,
right, bro. AD, I tried.
Yeah, the next 2 though, I do think Denny Avdia for Portland, Lauri Markkanen for Utah.
Great pools. Yep.
I
wish Keontae George didn't fall off a cliff.
Wait.
Yeah.
I know. All right, hold on. Denny Avdia is absolutely having an all-star year, but you don't think the wins are gonna drag him down? I mean,
we're durations though. We're doing considerations. So
Okay.
Sacramento Kings, nobody. I'm gonna keep it real.
The fucking Flippers, no one.
No,
no one from the Flippers or Pelicans.
I agree. As much as a Kawhi guy, no Kawhi, no Harden.
Wow, okay.
I don't think so.
This team's just fundamentally bad.
So this is the list we got here. Let's see how many names we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We only got 18 names on this one. So we only got to cut 6 of these guys. I think the first guy to cut is Randall.
First guy? Yo, wait. How do you look at Dylan Brooks and say Julius
I was about to say I'm in my mind I'm doing cuts in waves of 3, just 2 waves of 3, and my first 3 is Randall, Brooks, Markkanen. Those 3 are off.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna be real, bro. You guys I'm keeping Markkanen over J-Dub right now. I'm serious.
Bro, it's the winning, bro. If it's All-Star weekend and they still have 1 loss,
but he's the 3rd guy. Like, he's gonna be the 3rd guy in consideration on this team, and Markkanen's averaging like almost 30
with the 9-win squad. Is it even?
Yeah, but Jada, once he gets his legs under him, that's averaging 22 to 25 on a winning team. I
think as of right now, I mean, here's the thing though. I would say probably Markkanen doesn't make the cut anyways. But I don't think J-Dub does either, just because of where we are with like things. I think it's hard to get 3 All-Stars on a team right now in the league. I think SGA for
Not
sure.
For them.
I think Chet for sure. Jokic, Murray. Man, it's gonna be hard to cut 2 others. Do we agree though? Randall, Brooks, Markkanen.
Yeah,
J-Dub.
First 3, those are out. Yeah, no, I'm not agreeing, J-Dub, brother. You're not getting me on that.
I don't, but he's missed so many games.
I hear you, gang, but we still got so much time to All-Star Weekend too. And if we're having this conversation like late January, all right, by all means, you got me. But now we got time to get there, so that's why I'm like, he's gonna get there.
But you also got to think they're in the in-season tournament too, so they're gonna have some more days off. They're gonna play less.
You can't beat 1 loss, brother.
Wait, and also that team isn't completely healthy. Like,
wait, hold on.
Is needed right now.
One sec. Well, my bad. I was misinterpreting your point. What were you saying? My bad.
Who, my point or Jay's?
Yeah, your point, because you were saying there's in-season tournament.
I was saying because they're in the in-season tournament, that last game for 1 does not count. They're also going to give them extra days off in between that, so they're going to have even less games probably from now to the time they actually pick than any other team. And he's already missed a decent amount of games. Like, he's missed like 20 games already. So all NBA stuff, he's definitely not going to be in consideration. I just feel like if a guy has played like under 20 games, like, he's not going to make it. I'm pretty sure too, if I'm not mistaken, they did the same thing with Durant in 2015, the year after he won MVP. Like, he missed half the games. He played about as many as J-Dub could, and it's Kevin Durant, and he still didn't even make the All-Star team.
Well, he wasn't. Was he on the team that had one loss to that point? But even further,
No, but
also
they
the
were a
less
playoff team with Durant. He was the reigning MVP.
playoff team and reigning champ that we know is about to be definitively there are two different things. But even further, you saying the less games, that kind of helps him because now, say I score 25, then I get my legs under me this next game. I go off for 35, 40. Now my points per game looks a lot better. And you know, like I know, these voters, they're not sitting there watching every single game. They're looking at these box scores. They're looking at what he's doing. They're going to be like, oh, he came back to this team. Not only did he not hinder them, he continued to help them win and is averaging pretty good numbers. I think that's what would have them be like, all right, let's get 3 of them in there. It wouldn't necessarily be J-Dub's numbers are so good that we're going to get him in there. I think it's more so a case we're going to show respect to the clear and far best team in the league over who you said marketing. Like, I just think that's how they'll go because personality, just people, humans are humans. Yeah.
I just think that part of that too is, in my opinion, probably what helps in Chet's case. Because if, let's say, the Cavs were doing this winning in the Eastern Conference to the same rate, then Evan Mobley would definitely still be an all-star, even though his numbers are a little bit down. And Chet's numbers aren't inherently crazy, but it's like crazy down because he's been efficient. He's been hitting the 3-ball too, but like he's averaging similar numbers to a, you know, maybe a Duran or maybe a Mobley or, you know, something like that. That are these guys all-stars on their own? Probably not if they're like the main guy on their team, if you take Shea out of the picture. But I think if we're looking at just the team and how it looks, Shea is definitely in. And then Chet has been like that supporting piece. I think where we're, let's say, and Jalen Williams has not played bad, but I think of his 4 seasons so far in his career, if the season ended today, this would be his like 3rd best season performance-wise. Not to mention he's going to, even if he plays every game the rest of the year, he's going to end up with less games played than any other season of his career. So all that factored in, it's going to look like, man, this dude's missed like a big chunk. He's missed 50% of the games. If he does start to get his footing, sure. But I still think his numbers aren't going to be like that eye-popping to make up for the time he's missed, if that makes sense.
It kind of makes sense. I don't know. He averaged 20. I'll round up to 22 when he got All-Star nod last year. They didn't win yet, but now they're starting a historic year. I could see them saying, all right, let's pull the trigger and get that 3rd guy, especially 2022. We saw it with freaking Cleveland, strictly because they were in Cleveland. We saw 3 guys that were all-star to where, in that case, 2 had an argument to where they might not should have been selected. But no, I feel you. We're, above all else, the answer,
healthy, though, those 3, that's the one thing.
Like, that is true too. But and to every single thing that you just said, time's gonna tell. It's gonna tell us everything. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
But I do think Shea and Chet should definitely make it. Mm-hmm. I think right now, I mean, yeah, J-Dub could come into that. I think right now I'm gonna take him to the side. Mm-hmm. Dylan Brooks, Randall Markkanen. So we still gotta get rid of 2 other guys here. And I think, as tough as it is to say, I do think I'm looking at like the Spurs. Are the Spurs getting 2? Is Jamal Murray making it? Like, I don't know, man. I think Jamal Murray deserves to make it. I am there with you.
Yeah.
Like, this should be the year he gets in. But I'm thinking maybe Fox doesn't, and it's like just a tough miss.
I was about to say Fox or Wemby, if one of them is left off, which I think will likely happen because of both of their injuries to start the year, and then when Fox comes back, Wemby gets hurt or whatever, I think that's what opens the door for Murray, even though he just deserves it outright, in my opinion. Saying that to say, I think the Spurs should only get 1. While those 2 players are all-star level players, we haven't been able to see them put it together all year. So I'm with you in that. I don't think the Spurs should get more than 1, really. Honestly, the only teams that I really think should have 2, probably 3 teams: OKC, Denver, Houston, and the Lakers. Those are the only teams that bona fide have 2 all-star guys to me.
And my other thing is too, because now we got, so I think we've cut it down to 13. We're looking at, these are the names I have here for us. Shea, Chet, Jokic, Jamal Murray, Şengün, KD, Luka, Austin Reeves, Wemby, Ant, Booker, Curry, and Denny Avdia. And I mean, I know Denny Avdia is going to be one of the first ones to look at, but I'm also looking at how Booker might miss some time, and that could also like make it a tough miss too.
He did just
because I think he's gonna miss like the next 3 weeks or something. That's what they said. I think
yeah, I mean,
that's what they said. But what I'm reading right now is he was a full participant in practice today. So.
Are you what? All right, so it's
yeah.
So I mean,
I was gonna say he might be back as opposed to reevaluated, which is dope for them. That's great.
I think it's really between that though. If he is back in time, he probably gets that last spot. If he's not, then I think Denny Avdia would get it. But I'm gonna take Denny Avdia off.
See,
you should have been took that man off.
I don't know because
who? Wait, who? Booker?
Avdia. Sure. Go ahead though, Jay. I'll let you go.
Hey, I don't know if in terms of an all-star, right? When we think of all-star, we think of guys that are that number one position, that number one option most of the time. And if I'm choosing between Devin Booker or Denny Avdia, which is on the losing team as of right now, I'm looking at some of the other all-star candidates. And it would have to be between Devin Booker, Jamal Murray, or Austin Reeves. I think those
Austin Reeves will make it.
He's making it. That's a top 5 scorer in the league right now, nigga. You're tripping.
Wait, whoa,
Austin Reeves is making it. Like I don't know how many times we gotta go over this.
That Lakers defense may cost you all-star, man.
Well, then, dude, Luka would make it, but he's making it. Like, come on.
Luka's making it. Luka's locked.
Hey, I'll put it like this: our defense ain't bad because of Austin. I'll put it that way.
Who is it that?
That damn soft ass Ayton that don't know how to protect the rim to save his life, boy. Oh my god.
Respect.
We got him and Maxi Kleber.
Jay, I'm gonna.
Jackson Hayes don't exist. My bad, Garrett. What'd you say?
Well, just to give you for reference, so far this season, like Booker's averaging 25, 7, and 4, and Jamal Murray's averaging 24.5, 7, and 4.5. So they're very similar in terms of their numbers, and Jamal Murray hasn't beaten efficiency from the field, from 3-point line, from the free throw line, and they're winning more. I mean, at that point, it's like, how can you not have him over that? And Devin Booker is going to miss time, and he's already played less games than Jamal Murray. So I'm putting Jamal Murray over Devin Booker.
I wouldn't argue against the first-time All-Star appearance from Jamal Murray. I would just say it's definitely a conversation considering he is a 2 option and Devin Booker is facing number 1 option type defenses.
Well, on the perimeter though, Jamal Murray does get double teams a lot because he's their best ball handler. So I mean, in a way, like
for sure, but let's not neglect the fact Jokic attracts such.
I was just about to say that also, they're game planning for Jokic, and I love Murray. I do, so I'm not trying to argue, but I do want to just add that caveat. They game planning for Jokic, which opens up the floor for Murray, whereas they're game planning for Book. He gotta figure it out with the whole game plan centered focus on him.
But in my opinion, Booker has it easier right now because he has more options that are actually reliable on the perimeter, from Grayson Allen to Colin Gillespie to Dylan Brooks. Right now, like, he does have more of that around him than Jamal Murray, where it's like they'll double him on every single pick and roll, and then it's like you got Spencer Jones or Peyton Watson. Like, that's not near the
Johnson
same.
don't exist. Cam Johnson don't exist
as a ball handler. Nah.
Oh, as a ball handler, okay. As a ball handler,
I'm gonna just keep it real, man. No. And in my opinion, like I'm again trying to keep it as transparent as possible, because if I had a choice of these 13 here that are left, I probably would get rid of Booker. And he is not
including Avdia.
Yeah,
including Avdia.
Yes.
Oh hell no! What,
dude? You treading territories I can't get with, brother.
But the Suns are winning more, sure, are they winning like substantially more where you're like, wow, this is a winning team here in the Phoenix Suns? No, they're like barely over 500. So it's like they're only a couple placements apart from each other. And Benny Avdia, in my opinion, he just does more on the offensive end. Defensively, sure, he has his problems. So does Booker. As just myself looking at this, I'm giving it to Denny. I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel insane, but I'm with you. I just looked at their numbers. Oh my God. I didn't know Denny's numbers were like that. Like I knew he was having a great year. Yeah, exactly. I knew he was having a great year, coming to his own, all these things. I knew all that. But to see how comfortable this shit is,
with City Sissoko starting at point guard for a lot of those games.
And he's more efficient than Book right now.
Yep.
Like, I know, Jay, I know it sounds crazy because I'm sitting here listening like, nah, ain't no way. But when you pull this up and actually look at it side by side, it's like, hey. And to be fair, Denny does see that number one option looks on defense because he is their number one guy.
That's what I'm saying. Who gets those double teams in Portland then? Like,
it
would have to be him.
Hold up. Y'all talking about efficiency. Y'all talking about, he sees number one option type defense. Wait, Garrett. Hold on, Garrett.
Go ahead.
Number one option type defenses, and y'all are the biggest critics when it comes to my boy Russell Westbrook, right? I know you see the turnover column. I know you see that 3.6.
Dude, here we go.
I know you see that 3.6.
Well, let me say this, brother. I've never been a Westbrook hater or anything of that nature. I just don't like how y'all amplify what he is as a player. He's great, yes, and I'm with you. Don't get me wrong, but y'all be taking it to a level that be like, all right. I had a homie that said he's top 5 PG all time. I'm like, bro, we've lost the plot.
Hey, Russ, listen, I am your biggest fan. I just copped the why not beanie. Copped the why not beanie from
What is this free promo?
Wait. I just copped the why not.
That's his response. That's his response when they ask him if he wants to terrorize another team. Why not?
Honor the Gift has the best clothing. This beanie was not only comfortable but made with high quality material. Russell Westbrook, NBA Addict TV, sponsor me. Sponsor me.
Us.
You know what else is high quality material? The Larry O.B. But Westbrook will never know that feeling.
Nah, but that 3.6, that's alarming for someone that only averages 6 assists per game. So shout out to Denny Avdia.
While it is alarming to play devil's advocate to that, this is his first time truly doing it. So the fact that this is your first go at it and you're averaging 25, let's look at Book in 2021 and 2022 when he first got thrusted into that role. He was averaging about 3 turnovers a game, if I'm not mistaken. Once Chris Paul had left and they needed a true secondary ball handler, he wasn't doing that great either.
Wait, but damn, Book averaging 3.7 too.
I'm telling you, it's crazy, bro. I'm telling you.
The other thing is,
my bad.
Your argument with Jamal Murray and Booker. First of all, Jamal Murray is just putting up better numbers on a winning team. But you brought up the double team thing. Like, has any, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong, has there ever been any definitive proof that we've seen the coaches and the people that make the votes for the All-Star game, have they ever based it on, not including the fans, I'm talking about like the executives or whatever, have they ever based it on this guy sees more double team action? I've never once heard that ever. Even though that might be true, I've never once heard that as an argument as to why player A should be over player B when they're that close. When we could look at winning, we could look at efficiency, we could look at stats, we could look at their two-way ability. Double teams? If that was the case, Steph Curry would have won the 2018 Finals MVP because he got double teamed, and he did not because Kevin Durant.
He's trolling. He's trolling.
I slightly agree with you.
I'm telling you though.
No, I slightly agree with you, but the reason you've never heard it isn't because they don't factor it. The reason you never heard it is because the common basketball fan would have no idea what you're talking about or how to see doubles and coverages and things like that. So I do think they factor it because to that point, remember when we saw Mark Cuban go at Skip Bayless? Yeah. You're talking about, Bron did this. He shriveled. He this. How about the fact that we threw this coverage at him? We threw doubles at him. We threw this. I say that to say I think they do think about those things because they're in the building. They're there. We just don't know it because the common fan, not us and shit, not people that watch us, most fans, no idea about coverages. I asked my uncle, I was like, do you know what delay is? No idea, but his favorite team runs delay. If y'all don't know, it's a 5 out. It's another word for 5 out. It's the NBA term for 5 out. His favorite team runs delay, and he didn't even know what the hell it was. So I think that's more so why.
My thing, no. Well, let me say
he's trolling. He's trolling.
I'm just saying what I've heard as well, and yeah, you might be right. People might actually factor that in, but I've also heard people who are on TV, people that get like MVP award votes, people that like maybe get a decision for the All-Star game, like coaches' perspectives too. I've never once heard them say this guy should be over this guy for the All-Star game because of the double teams. Like that is never once, unless you can find me like clips of that, like sure, but I've never once heard that. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just think that usually when they look at it, they're looking at, hey, he's the best scorer like in the Eastern Conference, or he's like the best rebounder, or he does like everything for our team. It's never mentioned as that. So because of that, that's why I'm thinking like, sure, the fans, like we might say like this guy draws more double teams than this guy. And you might hear it on like a regular podcast too on YouTube as well. But I've never once heard that from people who actually, maybe are on TV. And like I said, some of those have MVP votes. They do. As crazy as it is.
Garrett, I think you framed it the way you framed it. They don't consider someone that gets double teamed. They don't like, that's not a conversation they have. These are you're speaking from coaches' perspective that may have the votes or media.
Yeah, I'm saying like when they're actually like making decisions on who should be over who, like when they vote for the bench or something like that, or the supporting cast, like the players and stuff like that. I don't know if like we've never heard them actually say like I factored this because this guy draws more attention and he draws more double teams. I've never heard that once. So I'm saying because of that, like that's why I'm like, is that really going to get factored into this discussion? Because they both draw attention. We're talking about Booker, we're talking about Jamal Murray and Denny Avdia. They've both drawn a number of double teams every single night. So that's my thing. It's not like we have one guy who's getting double and triple teamed and the other guy is just standing in the corner and he's waiting for his opportunity, like Sundiata Gaines in 2010 on that 10-day contract or something. You know what I mean?
I know that's a fair argument. I just didn't like the way you framed it because you framed it in a way that so specific to the term double teams, where in my mind, I'm thinking these coaches are the ones scheming for these opposing and potential all-star level players. So the term double teams may not come to their mind, but obviously that's a factor. They may use different terms like blitz or whatever it may be. But to say double team, I don't think that's true. Because these players that are potential all-stars, they're dealing with difficult and different changing defenses the entire game and on a game-to-game basis. So I do think the defense that they're playing against is discussed compared to somebody that's like left open in the corner often, or compared to somebody that's Jalen Brunson that's most of his buckets are coming from in a difficult way from very physical defenses because they know his scoring capability. So I just didn't like the way you framed it, bro. But you elaborated that Jamal Murray and Denny Avdia as well as Devin Booker, they're all facing double teams. So I get it.
The only other thing I will say too is, and you guys might be right as well, I've just never actually heard it. And I'm thinking like there are times too when it's like maybe the player who has just a better general player overall gets the nod over the guy who it feels like is having the better season, and maybe like could be a one-hit wonder season. The one I think about the most is in 2018 when they gave Paul George a replacement spot for the All-Star game instead of Lou Williams, when in my opinion Lou Williams deserved it because he was playing out of his mind. And like I thought it should have been him, but do they give it to Paul George because they think Paul George just, draws more attention than Lou Williams or something like that? Because it really wasn't a great year for him either, Paul George. So like, that's just one example, but yeah, I don't know for sure. I've just never actually heard them say, well, we went this route because of the coverage side of it.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Is there anything else you guys want to talk about, or should I get to this on this date segment here before we close it out?
I just want to bring up the 2 cup games that we have going on tomorrow. Okay. The Orlando Magic versus the New York Knicks is the first one, and the San Antonio Spurs versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. I just want to pick your guys' brain. What do you guys think about those 2 games? Potential winners? What do you guys think?
You go ahead, Garrett.
Jay, your Knicks are going home. You know, they're one and done in Vegas. You know, they're staying for the night, hitting the casinos, you know, getting a little crazy. But yeah, it's not going well for them. Magic are gonna win. And I think, you know, yeah, it becomes interesting now with Wemby coming back, expected to come back against the Thunder. But I still don't think they're gonna win. I think it's gonna be the Thunder and the Magic in the finals of the Cup. However, I will say, because that final game for the Cup does not count on the record, I would not be surprised if the Magic win that. You know, that's a chance for them to build something. Whereas the Thunder, it's like, of course, they're probably going to try to win for the sake of, you know, getting money for their team. But maybe they'll step a little bit off the gas in that game. You never know. So I think that the Magic could catch them off guard in that situation. And that would be good for them building the rest of the season, especially after they started off a little slow. Do I think the Magic are actually going to win? I don't know. I probably wouldn't favor them, but I think that they could. Probably more of a chance to win than a lot of people against the Thunder lately, just because of the scenario where it's like, this is not going to affect our potentially the best record ever in OKC.
Hey, Garrett, you're going to be the first person I at when the Knicks win.
Cool.
Check your Twitter notice, buddy.
And you're going to be the first person I at when OG Anunoby gets flustered by Desmond Bane once again.
Stop, bro. Stop, bro.
I'm crying. OG. But no. First game, the Knicks, Magic. I'm not going to lie. I'm with your squad. I feel a Brunson masterclass coming. I feel like it's been, I don't want to say quiet, but it feels like it's been a relatively quiet year for Brunson in a year of scores. Seen a bunch of 40, 50-point games and stuff. But if I'm mistaken, he's had, what, 140 point? Let me see. Now, he hasn't had 140-point game yet. As close as he was 37. That was against Milwaukee. I think it's about that time. Jalen Brunson, I know the Knicks seem to be starting a little bit slower because they don't want to gas out like they did before. But this is one of those games where you kind of, okay, this is a premier team. We're likely going to see in the playoffs. We have potential to see them in the first round. They actually come out with some moxie behind them, some energy, some aura, so to speak. So I think the Knicks could take this one. But to your point, Garrett, with the Spurs and Thunder, it's cool that Wemby's coming back, but and this is coming from a betting perspective, but it does reign true. I don't like those first games back. Basketball is a game of rhythm. It's a game of flow and getting your feet under you. And while he could get, 20 real quick, it probably won't be the most efficient 20 that, we would see him get a month or so ago. To that point, OKC, I think they'll take it away, especially because they've seemed to, and I have to look back on this, but they seem like when they're playing premier bigs, they make it a point to actually stop them, actually make sure they're not going, because once they do, their team is going, and it spells trouble for OKC, which is why we saw that AD game that we saw the other night where he only scored 2 points. You know what I'm saying? So I think it will be OKC Knicks. Of course, I kind of want to see how the Knicks come out of it, because if, something happens to Brunson, something happens to Hart, whatever, that makes the final championship hard. But if both teams are healthy going into that championship, I might go Knicks. More so because they're like, this is the champions, but even further, we're in the East. So we get to see how we stack up against the best over there. If we stack up against the best over there, what does that mean for us in the future? You know what I'm saying? So those little things can and will go into it. And I think that will help the Knicks, especially if they win, because it'll help their mindset going forward as a whole.
Yeah, I like that. I also believe that the Knicks are not only going to beat the Orlando Magic, I think the Orlando Magic game is going to come down to, I think we're just more talented than them. But if we do happen to lose, it's going to be because we got out-coached. It happened before when Franz was healthy. And I'm not too worried about Paolo Banchero, to be honest. I mean, I think we have the wings to contain Paolo. And if anything, another scenario, maybe Cat gets in foul trouble because of the Orlando Magic constantly applying pressure to the rim. But besides that, I seriously think the Knicks are going to win. I might put them on a ticket, to be honest. And you said the Knicks need to win the cup to gain some aura. Hey,
no,
they get aura anytime they put on the jersey, Steph.
Nah, when you sharing the floor with SGA, I'm sorry, he strips all that away, brother.
But
you got SGA and light skinned Duke Dennis. What kind of aura y'all got?
I don't know, Jay. Jay, I don't like the way you've been talking about Paolo recently, though. I'm gonna be real. Yeah, man, like you guys might win, but I'm not flying with it.
What you been saying about Paolo?
He's Carmelo Anthony without the jumper. He's Carmelo Anthony without the jumper. What happened?
He thought you said Cole Anthony.
I thought you said he was Cole Anthony. I'm like, huh?
No. That's crazy disrespectful. Carmelo Anthony without the jumper, bro. Paolo, you can't take all the mid-range jump shots for them to go clickety-clank and them never go in, bro. Come on, do better. When it comes to the Spurs and OKC, I'm a little worried about Wemby coming back because we know how physical OKC is on defense. And Wemby coming back from a calf strain, I feel like he's going to – it's the NBA Cup 1. You really want to win that game. We know how competitive Wemby is, and I just don't want him to overexert himself in his first game back against the 24. What are they right now? 24-1 Oklahoma City Thunder. I think the OKC Thunder are gonna win, no doubt. And when it comes to the finals, can I bet against the Knicks for real? All right, we're gonna turn Vegas. We're gonna have orange and blue skies in Vegas, man. We're gonna give OKC their second loss of the year.
You gotta turn the sphere orange and blue.
Yeah. James Dolan, you know what it is. James Dolan.
It is getting that bag.
Flip the switch, man.
I would agree. I think OKC has the best chance of winning. We'll have to see what happens. I know, Jay, if the Knicks win, are you going to plan a trip to Vegas and go crazy with the team?
Fuck no. Hey, hell no. For the cup? Fuck no.
For the cup. It's just an empty cup. That's what, if you know, you know. But anyways, I mean, I think we could get on to just the last thing I want to say. As we're closing out the show, I usually do an on this date thing. On this date, December 12th in 1985, Manute Bol blocked 12 shots in a win as well. So just want to shout out Manute Bol, like one of the tallest players ever. Man was lethal, underrated, and a legend. Rip.
Wait, can I just say, can the NBA stop blackballing Bobo? He had a phenomenal season last year with the Suns, dog.
Hey, brother.
Phenomenal is a bit of a stretch, but
brother,
he had a really good year.
I'm with you on the talent aspect. However,
he had a really good year.
And I'm with you. I agree. But when we keep hearing stories about how he don't work, he don't practice, come on, bro. You gotta put that in. You got it. No matter how talented you are, to the other side, you gotta show them you're at least in the gym. Optics are everything, bro. They really are.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Hey, Bobo, get in the gym. Get
in that lab, bro. Live in there so that they be like, oh, okay. Let's give him some. Because I'm gonna be real. There's some guys that I genuinely watch on a nightly basis that I'm like, why is he on the floor? And then I think about it. I'm like, he probably practices really hard. He probably just plays really hard, is in the gym, because there's some dudes where it's like, bro, why do y'all have him in the game for 20 plus minutes not doing shit?
Yabusele. Yeah. Fuck out of here.
There you go. My bad. No. That's exactly who I was thinking about. That's one dude I was thinking about. I was like, y'all gave he dunked on Bron and got an NBA fucking contract for dunking on Bron. Outside of an NBA season, we've lost it. And then he came back.
That was
fat.
one of the best. That was one of the best dunks ever. I don't care. Whatever. I might put that on my wall one day.
Fat.
Somebody please slide him some Ozempic. Keep it in the locker, bro. Keep it in the locker.
Hey, Gershon, you booby. Nah, man. Anyways, these days that might be a little bit.
You want to know one of my favorite plays of all time, though, Garrett?
What is it?
It happened March 12th, 1997.
March 12th, 1997. Let's see. That would have to be a regular season game.
Yeah.
Does it involve your Lakers?
No, sir. But it involves, before Ja came along, one of the most prolific, actually probably the guy that brought in the hip hop era to the NBA.
Oh, you mean Allen Iverson? Is this
the crossover
on Michael Jordan?
I just had to do that because you wanted to shit on LeBron for a second, so I had to
I
protect
like
my glorious team.
So I mean, I obviously I'm an MJ GOAT guy, but I like Allen Iverson. So
no, for sure. Conca Nipple has 29 points currently, fellas.
I have his jersey somewhere, but I don't know.
Bulls.
Yeah, against who?
No.
Don't even remind me. Let's just end this thing. Anyways, appreciate you guys coming out for this one. I think.
Wait. I have one more thing to say.
Okay, go ahead.
All right,
hey, bro.
We good.
Where are my perks?
What'd you say?
We good.
He was playing Perky's calling by Future.
Okay. No. Yeah, don't know. I feel like we had a lot of people in chat today. I know we didn't have a whole lot of commenters, but Mr. 81.
Shout out to y'all, man.
Nalon. We had some people in here. I feel like throughout the stream we had at least 2 people, 4 people even at some points. So
before we fully close, can I ask y'all something?
Okay.
Well,
and then I gotta go after this too.
All right, bet. No worries. Vintage MB back. He has 33. But anyway, Jordan Poole is not comparable to Austin Reeves, right? Please give me some. Okay,
no,
thank you. Oh my God. Bro, I've been arguing with my homie for the past year and a half over this, and all he stands on is, well, he did his job to get the ring. And then I'm like, well, look at next year. The dude shit the bed, averaging 10 points on 30% shooting. Meanwhile, Austin, every playoff series he's been in, averaged 16 points on 60%. Yeah, it might not be as good as you want it to be, but it ain't as bad as that. And that man keeps saying he keeps saying I'll never say Austin's better till he either gets a ring or leads a team on his own. And I'm like, bro, that's so crazy.
Jordan Poole never led a team on his own.
Homie needs to hop out of the time machine. This ain't 2022 no more.
Bro, I told him, I was like, we've never been lower than third option. Your man's came off the bench and then got shipped out because he couldn't do it right. But we moved.
Whoa.
That's all.
He got shipped out for another reason.
Fair enough. But in terms of the argument, I gotta just use that. You feel me? But like, it be killing me. I'm like, bro, your man's has never averaged 29 points per game. Stop it. But yeah, thank you for giving me some clarity.
You can send this to your boy if you're watching. You're definitely wrong. Jordan Poole is not even close to Austin Reeves' elbow. So that is that. Anyways, again, it was a pretty good stream. The 3-man weave, KOT, 3-man weave looked pretty good. But with all that said, hopefully you guys enjoyed. We should be back again on Tuesday, and we'll see who all shows. Hopefully we can have a great showing there, but you guys better be active in the chat once again. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching, and we're out. Peace.
I ain't gonna lie, some good games right now, bro.